game of the week. Tonight from La Mirada Stadium, the La Mirada Matadors take on the Cavaliers of Santiago High School. Well, good evening, everyone. Bob Elder, along with, once again, Jim Ruffalo. And Jimmy, we've got a good game tonight. We've got the #1 team in the Central Conference against a team that was winless last year in league, but they're much improved this year.
Well, La Mirada's not only #1 in CIF, it's #1 in the state. Santiago got its coach late in the season, improving every week. But you play a juggernaut like La Mirada, you could be in big trouble.
Should be a good ball game, and joining us once again will be Barbie Mitchell. And Barbie, a chance to get outside Orange County, and we're going to be talking to a lot of people from here in the La Mirada area.
It is, Bob, a chance for us to take a look at some more good football, and La Mirada in particular. I'll try and bring you some insights as to why maybe they are doing so well, and we'll also take a look at the Cavaliers and their new head coach in Fred De Palma.
Should be a good game. We invite you to stay with us. We'll have the kickoff right after this.
And his dog Spot.
If you need a car or truck, Cozy Cow.
If you want to save one, Cozy Cow.
If you want a brand new Dodge in your driveway or garage, Cozy Cow, Cozy Cow, Cozy Cow.
Hey, once again, I want to show you some used cars and used trucks that are really, really worth the money. If you want bargain prices and low payments and good financing, come on over here to Worthington Dodge on Beach Boulevard in Huntington Beach. How are you going to beat this? A 1980 Dodge Mirada. Boy, this is a dandy car, $39.95. Here's a 1981 Dodge Aries, $39.95. A 79 Chrysler Cordova, $29.95. An 81 Datsun 210, $29.95. A 78 Mercury Cougar XR7, look at that car, $27.95. A 79 Chevy Monte Carlo, $29.95. And here's an 81 Datsun. This is a King Cab, a four-wheel drive King Cab pickup, $47.95. Get on out here. Come on out to Dodge headquarters, Worthington Dodge on Beach Boulevard in Huntington Beach. See you here.
Welcome to the game. Rick Burns kicks off. He kicks short to the 20-yard line. La Mirada's got it up across almost to the 40-yard line. We're underway here at La Mirada Stadium, where tonight the Matadors are taking on the Cavaliers of Santiago High School. Jim Ruffalo and Bob Elder along with you, as usual, every Friday evening for the KDOC High School Game of the Week. We've got Stuart Betty will be quarterbacking the Matadors of La Mirada. In the backfield will be Dan Briones, number 7, and number 32, Kelly Brooks. Beautiful evening here in Southern California. Hope you're sitting back and enjoying it. Number 5, Craig Wilson, comes to the near side of the field. There you see number 10, Stuart Betty, the senior. Gives to number 7, first man through, Dan Briones.
Nothing fancy, just a little off-tackle slant to try to test the water, see how tough the other team is, and plus get a little physical contact.
Ed Perez, number 86, number 52. That's Charlie Hobbs. They made the tackle for the Cavaliers, coached by Fred De Palma. I had an interesting conversation with him today. Jimmy, he was hired, as we said earlier, in early June, early July, and the program's come a long way. He's had to bring him back. Out of the I formation. Betty this time keeps, gives back to the second man. That's number 32. Brooks, and he comes up across the 50 down to about the 48-yard line. First and 10, 10:48. You're just joining us from La Mirada Stadium. Bob Elder, Jim Ruffalo, Barbie Mitchell on the sidelines as always. You're going to enjoy the game tonight. The #1 team in the Central Conference, Jimmy.
Looks like they're #1 everywhere west of the Mississippi. This is a tough team. You know, they were 11-1 last year, Bob. Sorry to interrupt you. 11-1 last year, and everybody's back just about.
Backs are split. Gives to Briones. He's met there by about 2 or 3 of the Santiago Cavaliers. Looks like he may have lost 1 on the play. They were 11-1 last year, if I remember right.
That's correct, and lost to La Habra in the playoffs, and that was after Brooks, their running back, went down with a bad ankle.
Into the ball game, number 20, that's Vic Ortega. The flankers will be bringing the plays in and out for La Mirada and Coach Mushagan.
Ray Mushagan, my old Little League coach, gives you an idea. He must be 80 years old if he was my Little League coach.
Old home week for Jim Ruffalo. Betty looking short pass, incomplete. Intended there for number 32, Kelly Brooks. Number 52, Charlie Hobbs, was there in case he caught it. So it's going to be 3rd and 12.
As powerful as La Mirada is up front, it likes to get the ball in the air, and it takes everything wide and tries to open the middle, and then it takes advantage of the sizable line and tries to punch things through. So it will use the passing game to establish the running game instead of vice versa, the way other teams do it.
3rd and 12. Backs are split. Betty back looking, passing in the wait for Wilson, complete at about the 20-yard line. Number 5, Craig Wilson. He's 6'2", 185-pound senior. He's brought down right there by Jay Kuntz and Tim Reynolds.
So according to the college recruiters in this area, that's the #1 prospect in southeast Los Angeles, right there. Craig Wilson. He's 6'2", 185 senior. Great hands, exceptional moves, and decent speed. Everybody wants him.
Chris Velez, number 80, brings in the play. To the far side, number 5, Craig Wilson. He just caught the pass to the near side, Velez. Out of the I formation. Betty looking to pass again, sets up the screen. It's completed about the 20, down to the 15-10. Breaks one tackle, touchdown. Number 32, Kelly Brooks. So, Jimmy, on the first possession, La Mirada, the #1 team in the Central Conference, takes it right down the field.
Well, Betty wasn't about to be spooked by the on-rushing players there. He just let him in, found his receiver, lofted it over the line. Nice catch, and then Brooks broke 2 tackles getting the end zone. Here it is again, Bobby. See, he's not even looking at the receiver, just nice loft, and watch Brooks break 2. There's one right there, there's another one, and into the end zone.
Good block came in right there to help him out. 6-0, La Mirada scores on the first possession. And the ball game, number 46, Audie Tatley, out of the hold of number 44, Chris Nichols. Actually, number 5, that's going to be Wilson. And the point after is good. So with just 9:29 left here, we've only been here for about 2.5 minutes. La Mirada takes the lead 7-0. We'll be back right after this timeout. Stay with us.
Did you know you can increase your Medicare benefits without buying extra insurance? Well, you can with FHP's new senior plan. The FHP senior plan was developed under a contract with the federal government. You have no monthly premiums or annual deductibles. You'll choose your own FHP doctor. Be treated at FHP's new senior health care location near you. If you don't receive this mailing, call for information about FHP senior plan for premium health care without the premiums.
Are you sure Laura said okay?
She did call from school last night.
Let's get to work.
Right now, there's a very special sale going on. Buy famous Glidden spread satin for only $9.99 and get a Kodamatic Party Star instant camera for $19.95.
Honey.
A $60 value. So now you have 2 reasons to smile. Glidden helps you create a special moment, and Kodak lets you capture it.
Available at fine Glidden distributors everywhere.
Welcome back to La Mirada Stadium. Bob Elder, Jim Ruffalo, and Barbie Mitchell here. La Mirada scored the very first time they had the ball. They are ahead 7-0, and now Audie Tatley, number 46, will be kicking off to the Santiago Cavaliers. Back deep will be number 41, David Machaca, number 20, Gabe Garcia.
It's an impressive first drive. It looks like it bogged down there for a minute, then they got a pass out to Craig Wilson, and then the little dump pass off to Brooks and on the board.
Tatley puts his foot into it. It's going to come down at about the 10-yard line. Taken there by Garcia. Up across the 20. Pushed back to about the 18-yard line. So Santiago will have the ball 1st and 10 at about the 18-yard line. And they are led by number 9, Rick Burns. Rick is a 3-sport star at Santiago. He was a quarterback last year as a sophomore, only a junior this year.
Well, Santiago's got to look impressive on this first drive, or things could get packed in here pretty early tonight.
Brooks gives to the first man through. That's David Menchaca. Menchaca is a 5'10", 170-pound senior. He scored the winning touchdown last week in their victory over Pioneer.
That's Chris Nichols on the tackle. If La Mirada has an exceptional strength, it's defense. Coach Michigan builds around the defense. They got 2 excellent linebackers, a good, solid defensive front, and a very active secondary. It's going to be tough to score on La Mirada.
Loss of 1, 2nd and 11. Burns looking for his first pass, scrambling, looking, and the pass is incomplete, short at about the 26-yard line.
That was Nichols there again, Bobby, putting the pressure on the quarterback.
Intended for Ed Perez, the tight end, number 86. He and Todd Renaka will be bringing the plays in and out for Coach DePalma. 3rd and 11. To the top of the screen, top of the screen, Gabe Garcia.
Okay, Lamarada on a straight Okie, playing it straight up.
On a delayed give here to number 21, Jay Kuntz, and nobody from Lamarada was faked on that play.
The old forward Statue of Liberty. You just kind of shovel it in the man's gut. Everybody saw it coming.
So did number 55, Kurt Valenzuela. He was right there on the play. So Santiago's going to have to get rid of the ball. They'll be kicking. Eight minutes left here in the first quarter. Back number 35, Rudy Granados. He will be doing the punting from about 2 yards deep in the end zone. High snap from center. He gets it away. High spiraling kick coming down at just about midfield. Taken there, put up the middle by number 32, Kelly Brooks. So Lamarada, Jimmy, once again will have good field position. They are right there at just under the 40-yard line. Call it the 39, 1st and 10 for the Matadors of Lamarada. We have 7:43 left here in the first quarter. We'll be right back after this timeout. Stay with us.
Cal Worthington and his dog Spot.
If you need a car, truck, Pussy Cal.
If you want to save about Pussy Cal.
If you want a brand new Dodge in your driveway or garage, Pussy Cal, Pussy Cal, Pussy Cal.
Hey, we're closing out. It's closeout time. All the 84 Dodge cars and trucks have got to go. And we've got 8.7% financing through Chrysler on some of these cars and trucks. Make you a deal so good you can't turn it down. Look, I can lease you this car for no money down, $162 a month. This is an 84 Rampage pickup. No money down, $162 a month. Or I'll lease you this new Aries. No money down, $170 a month. I'll lease you this new Aries wagon. No money down, $180 a month. I'll lease you this new Dodge Daytona. Look at this. No money down, $176 a month. Lease you this new 600. No money down, $213 a month. Lease you this beautiful new convertible. No money down, $224 a month. Come on out and find out about it. It's Dodge headquarters, Worthington Dodge. We're on Beach Boulevard in Huntington Beach. Beach Boulevard, Huntington Beach. Open to midnight. See you here.
Welcome back to Lamarada Stadium. 7:34 left in the first quarter. Lamarada had 7-0. They shut Santiago down their first possession. Now Lamarada has it back at about the 39-yard line. Stuart Betty, number 10, directing the Matadors. They're out of the I formation. Briones and Brooks. Betty looking for another pass to Wilson, this time high over his head at the 20-yard line. Defending there is number 21. That's Jay Kuntz for the Cavaliers.
You gotta like the way Lamarada plays the rollout. It doesn't keep the backs in the block. They just kind of give a little slip block on the way out. So they're a blocker and a receiver. It's almost the way the pros do it, although they don't get out quite as quickly as the pros do.
Tell that ball boy to get it in on incomplete.
2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 for the Matadors. Give us to number 32, Brooks. He breaks away, going down the sideline, 10-5, touchdown.
Straight outside trap, Bobby. They just let the tackle block in, block down, open it up, gave it to the second man. Everybody played the first man. He was off to the races.
Jimmy, we could have a high-scoring game here. Going into it, we knew that Lamarada had a great offense, and Santiago was 2-1. Coming into the ball game, Coach De Palma said, this is where we're really going to find out what our team's made out of.
They just block down, and then the center gets out, takes out the last linebacker, and it's straight on. Brooks outraces the last man into the end zone. That's Harvey Cotton getting beat in a foot race.
Extra point try by Lamarada. Kick is up. A line drive shot, and it is good by number 46, Ani Tatley. So with 7:11 still left here in the first quarter, Lamarada has taken a convincing 14-0 lead. Santiago still shut out. Lamarada 14, Santiago nothing. We'll be right back after this.
At Zacharial, the most common thing we hear from our customers is that since you advertise price, we felt you were strictly a price operation. We had no idea of the quality Zacharial carried till we came in. Whether you want fine wool worsted fabrics, or the finest Tasmanian cashmere and wool fabrics, or Italy's finest Dupioni silks, we have them at prices that will amaze you. If you want the largest selection of top quality merchandise at the best price in town, then it's time you started shopping at Zacharial. We're open 7 days a week.
We've all heard how quick and easy it is to reface your kitchen for less than the cost of remodeling, right? Well, before you get too excited, stop and take a moment to compare. At C&M Kitchen Cabinets, we offer a variety of pre-finished solid oak cabinets directly from the factory. With our easy-to-follow instructions, you can completely redesign your kitchen yourself with new cabinets and counters for less. That's right, for less than the cost of merely refacing your old cabinets with Formica. So stop and compare, and then come to our showroom, C&M Kitchen Cabinets, where quality costs less. Welcome back to La Mirada Stadium. La Mirada ahead 14-0 over Santiago. First quarter, if you just joined us, La Mirada has scored the first 2 possessions. Santiago had to punt it away. Now the Cavaliers will get it back. Number 46, Audie Tatley, does just about everything on the kicking team for the for the Matadors. He'll be teeing it up right there at the 40-yard line. Back deep, number 20, Gabe Garcia. Number 41, David Machaca. Ball is headed in the direction of Machaca. He will take it just at the 1-yard line. Up to the 10, across to the 15, tripped up by 1, back to just about the 20-yard line. So the Cavaliers will get the ball first and 10.
Well, so far, I have not seen a deficiency on La Mirada. Excellent defense, obviously an excellent offense. Here we are at 7:06, and it's 14-zip. And even the kicking game looks good. Great coverage on both kicks so far.
As I talked to Coach De Palma today, he said that, like he started to say earlier, this is going to be a game where they're going to try and find out what they're made of. They're 2-1 right now. It's been a rebuilding year for them, and this they know is a big test for them. The number 1 team in the Central Conference, and as Jim said, number 1 in the state. Pitches back up across the 20 up to about the 22-yard line.
Dan Gleason made the stop on that one.
Big number 63, 6 foot, 230-pound senior.
He just crashed through diagonally, knocked 2 people out of the way to get to the ball. It looks like a pretty strong little kid.
Call it a gain of 3. It will be 2nd and 7. Howden, number 32, is split in the backfield. Along number 33, Joe Marquez.
Little fumble there, Bob, but the quarterback fell on Rick Burns.
25, so you're not there late.
Looks like Burns recovered it. It will be 3rd down.
Here it is. He never gets the snap, but he has the presence of mind to cover it up.
.550 left here in the first quarter at La Mirada Stadium. La Mirada had 14-0. To the near side of the field is number 80. That's Ben Tawagana. In motion, number 32.
Outside blitz. And they got him. That's Gleason again.
Gleason just leveled him right there. Looks like they're going to have trouble, Jimmy, all night long trying to keep those linebackers and linemen out.
And Chris Nichols came in and he sealed up everything so that Gleason could get to it. There was no way out of this. Here's Nichols sealing it, and Gleason comes in for the hit.
So Santiago, 4th and 17, will have to get rid of the ball once again, and La Mirada will have excellent field position.
So far, Santiago in minus yardage.
Back number 35, that's Rudy Granados to kick. High snap from center. He just barely gets it away.
And he got hit, but there's no flag, and there's a reason for that, Bob. Once he jumped in the air to field it, he came off his spot, he loses protection. Now, he's obviously hurt down there, but it is not a penalty. He becomes a runner in that case, whether he kicks it or not. So it is not a penalty.
Granados is down there in the end zone. It looks like, Jimmy, he is in pain. The coaches are going out there to see what is the matter with him.
Well, when you get your leg extended like that and get hit, you're really vulnerable to injury.
Ball at least did for Santiago's favor. Took a good bounce for them, and they've got going to have the ball. Went all the way down to about the 47-yard line. So we're going to have a break here in the action right now as they find out what is wrong with Granados. The score right now, La Mirada 14, Santiago nothing. We'll take a timeout. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Boys and girls, you can now join the Los Angeles Police Department's Officer Bird Safety Club. Send a stamped self-addressed envelope to Officer Bird Safety Club, Box 30158, Los Angeles, California 90030. You'll receive your free official membership card, a decal to iron onto your favorite T-shirt, an autographed picture of Officer Bird and me, Officer Mike. Several times each year, you'll receive Officer Bird's official newsletter. Inside, if you send a question, you may just find your answer in his column. Ask Officer Bird. But there's more. Officer Bird has a new fun book in the works with crossword and safety puzzles and other things to do. And as soon as they're ready, you'll receive a package of 8 pictures of Officer Bird doing his famous stunts, like riding his skateboard safely or driving his own police car. To join, be sure you send a stamped, self-addressed envelope to Officer Bird Safety Club, Box 30158, Los Angeles, California, 90030. We're waiting to hear from you.
Welcome back to La Mirada Stadium. 4:52 left in the first quarter. Bob Elder, Jim Ruffalo, Barbie Mitchell. Hope you're enjoying all the action here on KDOC Channel 56, the high school game of the week. Stuart Betty, number 10. You see him calling the signals out of the I formation. Time gives number 32. That's Kelly Brooks. Brooks breaks one tackler down to about the 40-yard line, Jimmy.
The good news is that Granados got off on his own power once they got out there and ministered to him. Thought he'd need a minister there for a minute the way he was on the ground.
They're going to give him a slight gain there, a gain of about 5 yards, 2nd and 5. Tackle brought down there by Gabe Malago and Tim Reynolds, number 12. To the near side, that's number 5, Wilson. Looking his direction again is Betty this time. He delivers it complete to Wilson at the 30. Spins him down to about the 35, 36-yard line. Rada taken out of bounds there by Jay Kuntz, number 21.
We've seen that out route 3 times now, and here we are just 4:08 left in the first quarter.
So it'll be a first down for La Mirada. Have it 1st and 10. We'll call it the approximate 26-yard line. Betty gives to the first man through that time. That's Briones, number 7. He's met that time by about 2 or 3 of the Santiago Cavaliers. Let's go down to the field right now. Barbie Mitchell as the principal of La Mirada.
Thank you. I'm on the field with the principal of La Mirada, Les Billinger, and since Les joined La Mirada 4 years ago, they've instituted sort of a get tough policy, and it's working, isn't it?
Yes, I believe it is. I see that students are now coming to school. They're paying attention when they get in the classroom, and we feel like there's a correlation between coming to school, behaving themselves, and getting an education.
What made you decide to initiate this policy?
Well, I think statewide we're finding out now that Dr. Honig, the state superintendent, has come out with a policy following the passing of Senate Bill 813 that not only are we trying to improve our curriculum, but we're also trying to improve student behavior on the campus.
Okay, I don't want to let you go just yet, but we're going to get back to the game for just a minute. Bob, take it away.
Okay, Barbie. Incomplete pass. There will now be 3rd and 11 for the Matadors. To the near side of the field, number 21, Steve Lazardi. Betty looking again. Once again, throwing in the direction of Lazardi. It is complete. Touchdown. Lazardi. Betty to Lazardi.
They send Craig Wilson on a post off to the right, and it opened up for Lazardi down here on the left. So far, Wilson's been double-teamed all night by Tim Reynolds and Jay Kuntz. When you're double-teaming one guy, somebody's getting either single coverage or a zone coverage that he can get behind.
Number 23, Ray Meduena was the one defending on the play right there, but Lazardi snuck through for the touchdown.
There it is, all alone, Bobby. 5 yards behind his man.
20-0 right now in favor of La Mirada. We had some early action right down there. Audie Tatley, number 46, will be attempting the extra point.
All right, we're going half of this. We're going.
It's against Santiago.
Huddle them up again. I got to make it for the TV camera.
Now the referees know we're on. You hear that? God love them.
Dead ball, foul. Encroachment, white. Play goes over.
It's Buck Taylor barking it out there, buddy.
We will try it once again. Audie Tatley out of the hold of number 5, Craig Wilson. Kick is down. It's up. And it's good. So with 3:25 left in only the first period, we've got a high-scoring game on one side, and that'd be La Mirada. They're ahead 21-0 right now. Jimmy, let's go back down to Barbie Mitchell.
Thank you, Bob. Yes, we're still with the principal here, and I don't want to present this discipline in a negative vein. It's really been positive for the school, hasn't it?
Yes, I can see where we've put in some policies that the students have agreed to accept. And from my perspective, I see that we have completely turned the program around.
And where your athletes are concerned, you want them to keep a certain grade point average as well, right?
The athletes must maintain a 2.0 or a C average in order to participate in their athletic program.
All right, well, I'm glad to see it's working, and thank you for spending time with us. Bob, take it away.
Okay, thank you very much, Barbie. And Jim, that's a good program. It's something they've instituted here, and it seems to be very successful.
Well, kids are no different than we were when we crave people caring about us. I mean, we might want to be left alone, but we want people to care. And that's just the way the kids are today. They're no different than we were.
Tatley kicks the ball out of bounds. They'll have to come back there, I think, and do it again.
You know, with all the practice he's getting, you think he'd kick it straight.
Apparently, they are not going to be kicking. Notice, see where they're going to probably take it right where it went out of bounds.
That's a high school rule. Take it right there.
21-0. 3:25 left in the first quarter. We're at La Mirada Stadium in La Mirada. Next week, if you want to start looking ahead already, we have got a good one for you. We've got Mission Viejo against St. John Bosco. And, Jim, that should be a good game.
It should be. Bosco plays Edison tonight. Mission Viejo very tough down there in South Orange County, although it still has to play Capo Valley.
You see passes incomplete right there. Rick Burns intended for number 80. That's Ben Tuanu. There's a little bit of speculation before the game that Tuanu might not be able to play. Jimmy, he had an injury, and Coach De Palma said may not play, but looks like he's okay. They're going to need everybody tonight.
They may have to go in the stands and get recruits before this thing's over with.
Could bring back some old graduates, and that's what Coach De Palma is. He graduated in 1975 from Santiago, and he said it's good to be back to his alma mater.
Assistant coach Pat Compton was one of the Santiago's best quarterbacks ever.
Pitch that time to Mershaka, and he is brought down by about 2 or 3 of the Matadors. Scott Hager, number 77, and number 44, Chris Nichols.
Chris Nichols has been all over the field to coin a cliche there. We give a player of the game here, and he's right up there for the honor so far.
Tim Reynolds, number 12, and number 24, that's Todd Renenka. He checks into the ball game for the Cavaliers. Rick Burns, he's 6'3", 170 pounds, only a junior. As we said, he's a 3-sport star at Santiago. Out of the I formation. Looks like, Jimmy, they might have taken a little bit too long there.
Well, if I had to play La Mirada, I'd hold off till the last second myself.
They are an awesome team.
That's a procedure call. Somebody obviously moved after they got set.
Play down to here.
Buck Taylor, give us a call.
Dead ball. Ball starts. Offense. First down. We winding?
I don't think Buck needs a mic, Bob. I mean, you can hear him up here without it.
That's true. We may just not have to hook him up if we do many more games with him. 3rd and 16. In motion, number 32, that's Howden. Pass downfield, and it is incomplete. Intended there for Tim Reynolds, number 12.
La Mirada dogging out of that Okie.
Number 14, Dave Silva, the cornerback, was down there to defend. So it's going to be 4th down. And Santiago once again has to punt, Jimmy.
La Mirada has blitzed their dog on every 3rd down so far tonight, and it's worked each time. They've either nailed them for minus yardage or forced an incomplete pass. This is just a tough defense. And when you have a defense that can do the job, you can do a lot of things in high school. You're not afraid to try some sophisticated things.
Rudy Granados is back in the ballgame. That is good news. Back to punt. Gets the ball away, taken at about the 40-yard line. There by Wilson, cuts across to the 45, to the 50. Another good block down to about the 48-yard line, and Jimmy, we have a flag.
Well, the head wasn't quite in front of the man, and they're going to call for an illegal block.
I'm sure at this point, Santiago will take it. Anything they can get.
They may call in the Geneva Convention before this one's over. You have to feel sorry for Santiago, although it's not asking for mercy. Don't get us wrong. But when the coach comes in July and does not have the benefit of a passing league, and Santiago was not in good shape to begin with, it's going to be a long year. And then you play the top team in the state. You know, what a way to get your program off the ground.
They were 2-1 going into the game. They lost to San Clemente 13-7. They beat
Flip,
Santiago.
blue on the run back. First down.
The passing attack of San Clemente beat them. Coach De Palma told me they just were not ready. Each week they're getting better and better. The inexperience has cost them. And 2 weeks ago they beat Costa Mesa 31-7, and last week they beat Pioneer 19-15. Betty keeps the ball on a keeper this time, but he is taken down at about the 35-yard line.
I think he was looking for one last pitch there, and it never showed up.
Was trying to give it to Brooks, made the decision, and up came one of the Cavaliers to take him down, number 24, Todd Renenko. So it will be 2nd and 10. Call it 2nd and 10, maybe 9.5. 1:45 left here in the first quarter at La Mirada Stadium. Once again, number 7, that's Dan Briones, and number 32, Kelly Brooks, in back of Stuart Betty. Second man through, that's Brooks. He's tripped up, a gain of maybe 2 on the play. Brought down by Gabe Malago, number 78.
Guard Jack Francis took a bad pointer on that one. He's hobbling a little bit. Wonder if he'll stay in. He's still in a little pain. You can see him in the huddle. Keeps raising up and going.
It hurts a little bit out there. Number 21, Steve Lizardi, the man that just caught the touchdown pass a few minutes ago, checks back into the ball game. He goes to the top of your screen. To the bottom, number 5, Craig Wilson. There in the eye, fumbled. Betty picks it back up himself. It'll be a loss on the plays, brought down at the 30-yard line. So Santiago has held him. It will be a 4th down play. La Mirada will have to punt. Santiago should get good field position, Jimmy.
They haven't been past the 20 yet on a kick.
Back number 20, Gabe Garcia, and number 12, Tim Reynolds to receive the punt. Punting will be number 46, and that is the man that does all the kicking for him, Audie Tatley. Snap is back. He gets it off. It's going to come down the direction of Reynolds. He takes it and is hit immediately. Hardly even got the ball that time, Jimmy, before he was brought down.
And that was Gleason again.
Gleason is all over the place. Number 63, 6 foot, 230 pound. He is a senior.
And he gets down there pretty quick, too, for that much bulk.
12 seconds left. Clock is running. It should just about run out before they get the play here to end the first quarter. And it does. The gun goes off. That is the end of the first quarter here at La Mirada Stadium. The Matadors of La Mirada leading Santiago 21-0 on the KDOC High School Game of the Week. Stay with us. We'll be right back with the start of the second quarter.
KDOC Channel 56 is your sports connection. Monday through Friday at 10 p.m. you can see the finest in sports. Monday, join Bob Elder for the live call-in, Calling All Sports. Tuesday, it's boxing from the Olympic Auditorium. Wednesday, see the roller derby superstars. Thursday, another night of boxing from the Olympic. And Friday night, see the finest in Southern California high school football. Sports has never been better, and KDOC has it all week long. Monday through Friday at 10 p.m. on KDOC Channel 56.
Concentration. Practice. Energy to go the distance, no matter what your sport. Your best sources of energy are the carbohydrates in fruits, vegetables, grains, and many dairy foods. So be your best in all you do. Practice often and eat smart. It's the way to win.
This is KDOC TV, Channel 56, Anaheim.
Welcome back to La Mirada Stadium. The start of the second quarter on the KDOC High School Game of the Week. 21-0 in favor of La Mirada over the Cavaliers of Santiago. Bob Elder, Jim Ruffalo, and Barbie Mitchell. Hope you're enjoying all the action. And don't forget, if you missed part of the game or would like to see it again, it'll be on tomorrow night. That's Saturday from 8 to 10 p.m. on KDOC. Burns gives to the first man through, a gain of maybe 3 yards, 2 at the most, 2 to 3. Brought down by Tony Mangiamele. Boy, I tell you what, there's some names.
Mangiamele.
Mangiamele. I should have asked you. Italiano. Gain of 2. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You pronounce his name like that again, he'll become Irish.
21-0. La Mirada over Santiago. Burns looking to pass. Looking at it is incomplete. Intended Over the middle there for number 86. That's Ed Perez, the tight end.
That was Robert Villasenor that broke it up, and he almost broke up the receiver, too. Good, hard tackle.
Might have felt a few footsteps right there. Into the ball game, number 12, Tim Reynolds. He brings the play in from the sidelines for Coach Fred De Palma.
You know, what little I've seen so far, I think that La Mirada and Valencia would be a good game.
It'd be tough to tell them apart, though. They got the same uniforms,
right.
Except for the Tiger Paw. 3rd and 8.
Backside,
Blitz
Bobby.
is on. It is complete. We have a flag on the play.
Looks like an ineligible receiver, I would guess.
Jay Kuntz, the man that caught the ball.
Yeah, 68, Steve Garcia looked like a little far downfield. Let's wait for the call, though.
Want to remind you that we have Chalk Talk tomorrow night at Saturday night at 5:30. Vince Ferragamo and Nolan Cromwell, and they are going to be talking about those New York Giants and especially number 56, Lawrence Taylor. This is one game I think Vince is a little bit glad maybe that he is not in there. You got to miss one. Lawrence Taylor is the one to miss.
That's not the guy to play against if you're worried about your health. It was ineligible receiver, Bob, and that's not only yardage but a loss of down. Here's the call.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense. 3rd down again.
I guess in high school it is not loss of down. My error.
3rd and about 23. 3rd and 23. Burns back, looking, throwing deep, and is incomplete. Intended for Ben Tuanu.
Yeah, flag way downfield, Bob. Maybe they were holding the receiver.
Okay, while we find out what the problem is, let's go down to Barbie Mitchell. Barbie?
Thank you, Bob. I'm with the principal of Santiago, Ray Arroyo. He's been with the school since 1981, and this year you have yourselves a new head coach in Fred De Palma.
Yes, we do. Yes, and we're very pleased with him. Fred has come in and really reinvigorated the program. He's attracted a larger group of youngsters, and we're very pleased with the progress that he is making.
Well, you have as many wins so far this year as you did all of last year. What has he done to this program?
Well, he's really encouraged youngsters to come out, and I think that has been his forte. And youngsters that normally would be marginal youngsters who would not be interested appear to be interested and are coming out and being part of the program, which is really what we want, is more and more youngsters participating in the things that we have.
All right. Well, I hope it works for you. Best of luck, and thank you for coming over to talk with us.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Bob, take it away.
Thank you very much, Barbie. You know, Jim, in talking to Coach De Palma today, I think the one thing he says, the kids are starting to believe in themselves. Those 2 victories they had the last couple of weeks did a tremendous amount for the program. It made the kids believe in what he had brought into the program. They may have thought that after that losing season last year that they were losers. And he said quite the contrary now. They believe in themselves. They just barely lost, as we said, to San Clemente. In the last 2 weeks, those victories have brought new enthusiasm to the campus.
You hope they have the good sense to realize that this is La Mirada tonight, and that if they do get beat up, it was by one of the best teams around.
Pass there was intended for Gabe Garcia.
But there's a flag down, Bob. We just had an interference call against La Mirada in the previous play, so let's see if this is another one.
Dave Silva might have been the man, number 14, who pushed. We're just going to have to wait and see what Buck Taylor tells us.
You get a 21-0 lead. You better give the guy a little cushion, because he's going to call it. It's against Santiago again. Again, it's downfield. It's either holding the receiver or pushing him.
Against La Mirada.
Against La Mirada, yeah. Santiago gets the call. It's another 1st down. It's their best drive so far.
You know, let's listen to the call first.
Defensive pass interference. 1st down.
You know, Jimmy, a lot of times when somebody takes off to a 21-0 lead, you really find out what both teams are made out of. Can Santiago come back and be persistent, which they're doing right now, and can La Mirada hold that intensity?
Sometimes a 21-0 lead is the worst thing that could happen to you if you have the 21. You go to sleep and think, hey, I can beat these guys anytime I want, and all of a sudden, at the end of the game, you're down 28-21.
Burns once again back to pass. Looking, and the ball is complete. Over the middle to Ben Tuanu. Tuano was hit immediately there by number 5, Craig Wilson. So they're catching the ball now, Jimmy, but they're paying the price.
Pretty gutty catch when you go through the middle on La Mirada, because not only do they like to hit, it's almost like they enjoy hitting. The difference between like and enjoy when it comes to contact.
It is a first down, 1st and 10 for the Cavaliers. 10:25 left here in the second quarter. 21-0 in favor of La Mirada. They scored about the first 3 times they had the ball. Burns back looking again. Ball is in and out of the hands. Tended there for number 86, Ed Perez. The tight end, the 5'10", 175-pound senior.
It was Aldi Tately that helped break it up. Him and Craig Wilson just kind of sandwiched the receiver.
So it will be 2nd and 10. There you get a chance to see the defense there of the Matadors.
These are good calls by Santiago, trying to loosen up that front 5 of the Okie.
Defense.
Burns back looking once again. Lost the ball up there this time. It is intercepted by Wilson. Taken at the 10 to the 15 and then down to about the 18-yard line, brought down there by number 21, Jay Kuntz. And that time, Jimmy, they just lofted it up there, and you don't do that against a team like La Mirada.
No, they were doing nice going under the backs and over the linebackers, and then they tried to push it over the secondary, and Wilson just playing a safety back there, and he had it. Here it is. A little bit too long for what they were trying to do.
Ball floated a little bit there. I think they may have been going for a little bit too much too soon.
I think so. I think that what was working was going over the linebackers. And then you tried to go over the secondary, and it didn't work. Of course, you know, we're up here calling it. A lot easier on us.
It's always easier. 1st and 10 for the Matadors. Betty along with Briones and Brooks. Pitch back to Brooks, number 32.
Got a flag down the other side.
Wrestled out of bounds there by number 52, Charlie Hobbs.
Looks like a little movement on La Mirada's part before the snap.
You ready for your big time again?
Eat your heart out, OJ. This program is an exclusive production of Golden Orange Broadcasting, KDOC TV, Channel 56. Any recreation or rebroadcast this game without the express written consent of Golden Orange Broadcasting is strictly prohibited. Don't do it. When a Sicilian tells you not to do it, don't do it.
9:39 left here in the second quarter. 21-0 La Mirada ahead of Santiago. Well, we've got a timeout. Let's take a break right now. 21-0. We'll be back. Stay with us.
Here's Cal Worthington and his dog Spot.
If you need a car, truck, go see Cal.
If you want to save one, go see Cal.
If you want a brand new Dodge in your driveway or garage, go see Cal, go see Cal, go see Cal.
Hey, it's closeout time at Worthington Dodge. We're closing out all the new 84 Dodge cars and trucks. We've got 8.7% financing on some of these models. Look, here's the Ram 50 pickup. We can sell you this car, make you a heck of a deal, and get you 8.7% financing through Chrysler. Or I'll lease it to you. No money down, $118 a month. Here's a Ram 50 pickup, a 4-wheel drive pickup by Mitsubishi. Get you 8.7% financing, give you a heck of a deal, or I'll lease it to you. No money down, $158 a month. A brand new Colt. No money down, lease it to you, $110 a month. Or a brand new Omni, we'll lease it to you, no money down, $147 a month. A brand new 84 Charger, no money down, $156 a month. Come on in to Worthington Dodge. It's Dodge headquarters, Worthington Dodge on Beach Boulevard in Huntington Beach, open to midnight. Thank you. See you here.
Back with you, Bob Elder and Jim Ruffalo, Barbie Mitchell. First play is a give up the middle to Briones. He cuts away from one tackle to another. He's got some running room. It's going to be a foot race now. And he's out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. Number 12, Tim Reynolds.
Tim Reynolds got in a foot race there, and he had the angle. You get an angle, you don't have to be quite as fast. That was a nice quick opener there, though. Just beautiful. It's a good offensive line on La Mirada's part here. Center Robert Stevens. Guards are Jack Francis and Alex Ponce is out now with a knee injury, but Jim Williams is in there for him. Got Darren Anderson and Paul Inegas, who was co-lineman of the year last year as a junior.
Those are the reasons why you are number one in the Central Conference and one of the top teams in the state, when you've got an offensive line that gives you the protection and lets the breaks come that way. 1st and 10 for the Matadors. Betty looking downfield. This time he is taken down at about the 48-yard line, but we've got some flags, Jimmy.
Looks like they took him down with a face mask.
Exactly it. That's the face mask. Santiago finally gets in there, makes a good defensive play, but it's going to be nullified with the face mask.
That's too bad. It's the first time they managed to pinch the quarterback in, and it was a good rush, and then to make a mistake like that, it just negates all your good efforts.
A couple of reminders for you. Every week you hear how McLean Cadillac is giving away Ram tickets. All you have to do is go into McLean Cadillac, 2nd and Main in Santa Ana, one of our fine sponsors, and sign up for the drawing. Here you hear the play right there, but we give every week they give away 2 tickets to the Los Angeles Rams game. And at the end of the year, one of the lucky winners will be going to the Super Bowl courtesy of KDOC and McLean Cadillac. In motion is Brooks to the near side. Pass is incomplete.
Just a little long, Rob. It's great call. They brought him in and then just passed right over him.
Intended for Kirk Springer.
He's the tight end, doubles at linebacker, pretty darn good linebacker too.
So it'll be 2nd and 6.
See what that face mask penalty did. Instead of long yardage, you picked up 5 yards, got the down back.
Wilson and Lazardi to the near side.
Nice rush.
Betty looking, scrambling. Got some room looking downfield, and it is intercepted. Intercepted at about the 5-yard line. Gabe Garcia, number 20, was the man right there. The 5'7", 150-pound junior made the interception, and Santiago gets a break, Jimmy.
La Mirada you get a good rush here on the outside, and that's what does it. It forces the quarterback out of the pocket. The pocket was set up straight back. Now he's on the run, and he's got to throw on the run off the wrong foot. Still a good pass, but a little long. Was intended for Craig Wilson.
So it'll be 1st and 10. 8:55 left in the second quarter. Ball resting at about the 5-yard line. Rick Burns, number 9, the junior. Gives to the second man through. That's number 41, David Machaca. Takes the ball up to just about the 9-yard line. We'll call it a gain of 4, 2nd and 6. Well, we're talking about the McLean Cadillac winners. They had the first 4 weeks. We have the winners for you. The first week, Mary Berger from Irvine won 2 tickets to the Rams. Diane Benson won 2 tickets. Arlene Frazier of Mission Viejo won 2 tickets. And Hasael Garos, G-A-R-O-S-S, won 2 tickets. We congratulate all of them. Make sure you get in there to McLean Cadillac. Sign up. You could be going to the Super Bowl. Pitches back to Howden. He gets up to just about the 10-yard line there. He's met by number 25, Kirk Springer, the linebacker, 6'1", 190-pound senior. And we get a chance to see the La Mirada Matador cheerleaders. I imagine it's got to be a thrill when your team is undefeated and you're ahead right now. You're the number 1 team in the conference. It's got to be a neat feeling thinking you're going to go to the CIF. It'll be 3rd and 4. 7:40 left here in the second quarter. To the near side of the near side of the sidelines, number 20, Gabe Garcia. Burns looking, intended for Garcia, complete.
Nice catch on that. He had to dive down and take it off the ground before it got there.
First down, Gabe Garcia, number 20. He's 5'7", 150-pound junior. He had 2 catches last week against Pioneer for 46 yards.
La Mirada secondary is giving a lot of cushion underneath, and this is the kind of passes that will work until you get down to about the 10. You're not going to go over the secondary. It's playing too far back. It worked before until they went long for the interception on the last drive.
Tuanu to the near side. Looks like a mix-up in the backfield that time.
Okay, this may be unnecessary roughness because he came down and tackled and then threw his knees into the man. It's an automatic reaction, but still, you got to protect the quarterback. So it should be a roughness call against La Mirada.
You can hear the whistle blow, and he came in a little bit late there.
15 will take it enough to go to the first down.
Once again, you can hear Buck Taylor telling exactly what the options are to the captain of Santiago.
I think you can hear Buck Taylor in Oregon. I mean, he's got a voice that carries.
Let's listen to him right now.
25. Dead ball foul. Defense. Personal foul. First down.
Number 42, Randy Quieres to the far side. Backs are split right now. Burns looking downfield, looking for Reynolds. It's intercepted. Oh, no.
Drops it.
Tim Wilson once again.
But again, they try to go over the secondary, Bob.
Wilson.
Same thing. And they're going under. The cushion is there. La Mirada's a 21-point lead. They're going to give you all the cushion you want. You're going to get 15 yards in front of them. But again, Santiago tries to go over, and the results are predictable.
I want to remind you, June Kane Miller is different because she listens when spoken to. She has a show called Coming Alive where she interviews celebrity guests on emotional topics. June Kane Miller, 9:30 on Channel 56. Make sure you tune in, listen to June. Interesting conversations. 6:56 left. Burns looking one more time. This time it's like it's intercepted. It's exactly right. Number 25, Kirk Springer. A nice diving interception that time, Jimmy.
I told you it was a good linebacker.
La Mirada will get the ball.
So they tried to go under the linebackers. The cushion is behind the linebackers in front of the secondary.
Okay, we have 6:51 left. La Mirada had 21-0 over Santiago. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
You don't have to be from out of town to enjoy a weekend at the Marriott in Newport. Work on your tan at our pool, or play a few holes of golf. You can always practice your backhand at our tennis courts, or relax and do a little shopping at our tennis club. Or for you really serious shoppers, we have the Fashion Island Mall right across the street. And for your dining pleasure, we have 3 different restaurants offering fine food and beautiful atmosphere. So come to the Marriott in Newport Beach and take the weekend off. Why not add a little excitement to your next birthday? Bring it to Aladdin's Castle, where the lucky birthday boy or girl gets an Aladdin's Castle t-shirt and $5 worth of tokens free. And each of the birthday guests gets $5 worth of tokens also, plus a certificate for 2 more tokens the next time they visit Aladdin's Castle. And with Flippers Flapper, Great Escape, and Electronic Corral making the same offer with locations all over Southern California, now the entire family can enjoy the thrill of all the latest video games. Aladdin's Castle, the family video arcade.
Welcome back to La Mirada Stadium. Bob Elder, Jim Ruffalo, and Barbie Mitchell. Hope you're enjoying all the action. 6:51 left before the half, 21-0 in favor of La Mirada, and La Mirada's got to be happy. They have the ball back right now. 1st and 10, ball at about the 44-yard line. Stuart Betty, number 10, he's the quarterback, the man they look to. The backs are split. Betty looking one way, looking another, lofting the ball. Wide open is Wilson. At the 15-yard line, he's going to waltz in. Jimmy, there was a breakdown.
Well, it's not so much a breakdown as that the secondary was reading the quarterback, and he's looking right all the way. The play's designed to the left-hand side. They're reading his eyes, and all of a sudden he switches back to left. Watch it here. He's looking to the right, then picks up Craig streaking down the sidelines. Perfect play. That's how you diagram the plays, like that. Like take this videotape in and run a clinic.
Well, as you said once again, and we said earlier, the inexperience and the lateness right now of Santiago getting started. We're not trying to make excuses for him. It just happens to be something that you have to work all year long at, especially during the summer. A lot of the summer programs with the top schools are what makes them the top schools. Tatley out of the hold of Wilson. Kick is up. And it is good. He's 4 for 4 right now. The score 28-0 in favor of La Mirada over Santiago.
Might have to get an auxiliary generator in here and run the scoreboard.
Okay, Stuart Betty has had a fantastic game so far. He's engineered 4 drives. Let's go down and meet his father with Barbie Mitchell.
Thank you, Bob. I do have the quarterback, or the father of the quarterback, John Betty, with me here. And as you've probably noticed, he likes to throw to Craig Wilson, and there's probably a good reason for that. They've played together for quite a while, haven't they?
Oh, since they were very young. They've been playing Pop Warner, and since they were about 8 or 9 years old. And they've always had a very good combination, passing and catching, both of them.
Now, a lot of these guys played together when they were younger. Would you say that that has a lot to do with their success now?
Oh, yes, right. Most of the boys have played since they were 8, 10 years old on the Pop Warner teams around here, King Conference, and also the Junior All-American. They've been very successful. It's a very good group of kids. And they've been together for about 5 or 6 years.
And both those guys that I mentioned are being recruited as well, aren't they?
Yes, Craig and Stuart. Yeah. And we have some other ones that will be, too.
Okay, thank you very much. Bob, back to you.
Thank you very much, Barbie. Father has a son he can be real proud of, Stuart Betty. Excellent quarterback for La Mirada. Ball comes down to Gabe Garcia. Takes it at about the 5-yard line. Straight up the middle, breaks one tackle, another tackle there, but he's brought down at the 30. So the Cavaliers will get the ball once again. And, Jimmy, they've got to keep that ball down and keep out of those interceptions and turnovers.
Not only do they have to get the ball down, they have to keep a hold of the ball. Because if Santiago goes nowhere on the offensive drive, it still keeps the ball in La Mirada's hand. A little tough to score on defense. It can be done, but it's tough and unpredictable. So the best thing to do is go in a little ball control here. And the way to do that, throw over the linebackers.
1st and 10 at the 30. Rick Burns going once again to the air. This time it is, looks like it is possibly intercepted. It is taken there by number 14, Dave Silva. So once again, Jimmy, the turnover has bitten Santiago.
Well, the Cavaliers are trying to get it all back at once, and you can't do that against La Mirada. That's too good of a defensive unit out there.
Want to remind you, all next week on Dialing for Dollars movie, it's Donald O'Connor week. Join Channel 56 for a week's worth of fun with the talent and humor of this fine actor. Donald O'Connor week, weekday mornings at 10 o'clock on Channel 56. Join Wanda Chavez. You have a chance to win money. You just have to watch and hope your name is drawn. That's 10 o'clock, KDOC with Wanda Chavez. Gerbetti gives to the first man through. That's number 7, Briones. Breaks one tackle down to about the 42-yard line.
Give Paulie Negus and Jack Francis some credit on that. They just blew the Santiago line back on those blocks. That's why Briones was able to get out there so quick and unmolested.
Call it a gain of 9. It'll be 2nd and 1. Out of the I formation. Give us to Brooks. Flag is up. Ball taken down. Breaks one tackle down out of bounds. It looks like at about the 28, 29-yard line, Jimmy, but we've got a flag. Tim Reynolds, number 12, and number 86, Ed Perez, threw him out of bounds. We also have a Santiago player down at about the 27-yard line. You get a chance to see number 32. That's Kelly Brooks. He's 5'10", 185 pounds, only a junior, so La Mirada will have him back for another year. While we have a break in the action real quick, I want to remind you that next week it will be Mission Viejo and St. John Bosco. St. John Bosco is rated number 4 right now in the Big 5 Conference. That's the one with all the major teams in the area. St. John Bosco is 2-1. They defeated Lakewood last week 42-14. They are playing Edison tomorrow night at Orange Coast College. We'll be down there scouting it out. There you can see our In-N-Out hamburger sign. You should see their booth where we are broadcasting from. A reminder that once again we'll be selecting the player of the week for the In-N-Out hamburgers. We'll be announcing that right after the game too.
Tim Reynolds on the ground there, Bobby, for Santiago. They rolled him out of bounds, and it looks like somebody came down on him. Not a dirty play, but just unfortunately one of the things that happens in football.
Once again, as we remind you, we want to thank In-N-Out Hamburgers. Every week we award the offensive and defensive players of the week. They get a nice plaque. The Booster Club gets some hamburgers. And remember, at the end of the year, $1,000 goes to the offensive and defensive players of the year's school. So that we thank In-N-Out Hamburgers. And once again, every week. And this week we will be announcing it right after the game. You don't have to wait until Monday nights anymore. Right after the game, we'll let you know exactly who the player of the games are.
The suspense was killing me every week. I didn't ever have an idea who it was. There's the referees again. Buck Taylor, the great Buck Taylor, the vocal Buck Taylor. We can hear him up here. There are people driving by in the Santa Ana Freeway that hear the call. Earl Shucks, the umpire. Ray Stroh, the linesman. Tim Gibson is the field judge tonight. They're calling a good game, too. This is a physical game, and a game like this can get out of hand if it's allowed.
4th and 27 now. We'll get an update on Tim Reynolds to see exactly what happened to him. La Mirada will be punting the ball. Tatley back. Gets off a high, short spiraling kick. Fair catch called at about the 44-yard line. So Santiago gets the ball. 1st and 10, 3:36 left here before the half.
Well, while they were working on Reynolds on the sidelines, Bobby, Santiago made 2 nice defensive plays. A sack by Mark Pearson, another great rush. It's almost like they were inspired by a fallen comrade. They could play tough from here on in.
John Charlton tells us that ball was up there 4.2 seconds.
That's pretty good hang time for high school. Little screen pass, Bobby.
Complete at about the 44-yard line, up across the 50 down to the 45-yard line. Jimmy, they look a little bit inspired right now.
They're playing very well. We got a little piling on La Mirada. Again, unintentional. The guy just fell into the pile, but they're going to have to throw the flag.
That was number 32, Howden. 5'7", 145 pounds. He's only a sophomore.
Here you see it letting in the screen. They push it out. We got some blockers in front. Now watch at the end of the play when Chris Nichols accidentally falls on the play.
Going that way, but we're setting the chip.
Well, he did. He made the tackle, and he got up, and he fell back down again, and the referees had to throw the flag.
I want to remind you, if you like music video and are getting tired of watching the same old video programs, tune in to Space Age Video right after Hot Seat Show on Saturday nights. You can win free tickets and see the best video in Space Age videos. That's Saturday nights at midnight on Channel 56.
Okay, now we go from here.
I apologize to Chris Nichols because the foul is against Santiago. Apparently somebody reached up and grabbed him down.
You're allowed one mistake a game.
That's it. I'm going home.
Let's listen.
Dead ball. Personal foul, White. 1st and 25.
Well, I need not tell you. Buck already told you how far. 3:27 left. I can tell you that La Mirada ahead 28-0 here at La Mirada Stadium. Hope you're enjoying all the action on KDOC Channel 56. To the near side, number 20, that's Gabe Garcia. Backs are split. Rick Burns calling the signals. Looking to pass once again. And he is hit, and the ball is incomplete. Boy, Jimmy, just as he released it that time, he was hit by about 2 or 3 of the Matadors.
Yeah, that was Dan Gleason, and he had a little help from Scott Hager.
And Burns is down now.
Well, he was sandwiched pretty good.
That is going to be a tough break right there.
He had 460 pounds of player on him. Both those guys weigh 230.
You see one of the assistant coaches. We'll get a chance to watch it again,
Here,
Jimmy.
we see Gleason roll through his block almost like it's a stunt. Nailed just as he's letting go of the ball. Clean play, but 460 pounds.
You could feel that all the way up here. Well, Rick Burns is up. We're going to have to see how he is. He's talking to the trainers. Jimmy, doesn't he have to go out one play?
They used to do that, and I hope they still do. That's a good rule.
If he does.
If he does, they'll bring in Jason Nance. He's the crash quarterback here. They're not that deep where they have 6 and 7.
There you can see 10 coming in. Jason Nance, and as we said, we had it a few games ago, too. I think they do have to come out for at least one play, and that is a good rule to make sure that he's okay.
How would you like to be a 5'8", 150-pound sophomore named Jason Nance who was facing La Mirada in his... What a way to make a debut.
I don't think I'd want to be 6'3" right now facing them.
A 6'3" post-grad student.
2nd and 25. Jason's going to come out throwing, scrambling, tucks that ball under his arm. He's running for the near sideline. Does not make it. Brought down there by number 77, Scott Hager.
You can almost hear Jason Nance saying, gee, I hope I live to be a junior.
Or see tomorrow.
Looks like they were trying to set up a screen and it just didn't form.
Well, that was his one play. Coming back into the ball game, looks like he is all right. Rick Burns. He must have had the wind knocked out of him, Jimmy.
Here, you can see he's looking for a screen, Jason Nance, and it's just not there. They poured it in a little too quick, and now he's got to run for his life.
That was awful tough. He was probably sitting on the bench watching everything. All of a sudden, he had to get in the ball game. So it is 3rd and 30. 3rd and 30, 2:25 left here before the half. In motion, number 21, Jay Kuntz. Burns back once again. Lofting it up there. And the ball is almost intercepted.
And La Mirada's gone out of the Okie into a 4-man front and nickel back. They're just waiting for the passes.
Mike Ashker was back there playing center field, waiting for that ball to come down along with Dave Silva.
You know, you're down 28-0 with 2:16 left in the half. What are you going to do but pass?
Do the 2 Ps. Pass and pray.
And not in that order either.
Right there you see the ball broken up. It was intended for number 80, Ben Tuwanu.
He made a nice catch earlier through the middle.
So back punting will be number 35, Rudy Granados. He is 5'9", 150 pounds, only a junior. Snap is down, low kick. Ball, and it takes a good Santiago bounce. Ball resting down there at about the 25-yard line. So the Matadors of La Mirada High School, the #1 team in the Central Conference, will take over with just about 2 minutes and 5 seconds left before the half. 1st and 10. There you get to see the scoreboard and the cheerleaders and the band and the drill team getting ready to come out and entertain at halftime. Beautiful night, beautiful stadium up here in La Mirada. Hope you're enjoying all the action. Next week, Mission Viejo and St. John Bosco. That should be a good matchup. Hope you'll join us on KDOC Channel 56 at 9 o'clock on Friday evening. Stuart Betty, number 10, once again calling signals. Ball is passed over the middle, complete to Tatley. Tatley breaks one tackle, breaks another one. One man to beat. He's going to go untouched into the end zone. Touchdown, La Mirada.
That play is designed to go for about 8 yards and just loosen things up. It went to 8 yards. He got the pop after 8 yards and was off and running. And he has exceptional speed for a tight end.
So that makes it 34-0 in favor of La Mirada over Santiago.
Here you see the replay. It's just a quick pop over the middle, designed for about 8 yards. 3 people missed tackles. And when that happens, and they're playing in like that, it's off to the races. The only guy close to him is the referee. If he tackles him, we got a pretty good story.
1:33 left. Tatley scored the point. Now he'll try and get the extra point. He does. He gets everything on that drive right there. 6-1. He gets 7 points. And it is now 35-0 in favor of La Mirada over Santiago. Another reminder, if you like sports, and of course you do, horse racing is back on Channel 56 with Racing from Oak Tree. See all the day's races with highlights, interviews, and color commentary from Trevor Denman. And that'll be weeknights at 7:30 and on the weeknights at 8 o'clock on Channel 56. And I'm sure, if memory serves me right, on Monday and Tuesday night, Coach Charlie Wright from KISS FM, I believe, is doing that show on Monday and Tuesday. Trevor Denman has it the rest of the week, and that's Oak Tree. You can see all the action on Channel 56. 35-0 in favor of La Mirada over Santiago. And Jimmy, we said at the beginning of the broadcast, this could be a blowout or it could be a tight game. Apparently now we're getting the blowout.
It's too bad, because Santiago has worked very hard. It's been all uphill for the Cavaliers. You know, we're not making an excuse for them. They wouldn't want us to.
Right.
But when you play the top team in the state and you're in a rebuilding process, that's a little much.
Well, like we said, it could have gone either way. When you're playing that top team, they might have come in a little bit too sky high, and Santiago, after 2 good wins, I think in talking to Coach DePalma, they were hoping to catch him asleep. But when you're number 1, there is a reason. And you're right, I would love to see a matchup with them in Valencia.
That'd be a good game. Or Sunny Hills. That's another good team that could play La Mirada.
Ball is taken by Gabe Garcia. He cuts across up to about the 28-yard line. So Santiago will have the ball with 1:28 left here before the half, and Jimmy, they just want to try and control it and try and keep away from another turnover.
You would hope that's what's going on in their minds. Don't be going for everything all at once.
It's going to be tough to score on them this year so far. La Mirada has outscored their opponents 94-7, so they've only let up 1 touchdown.
Who made that mistake? He's probably off the team by now.
Out of the I formation. Burns back again. Pass is complete. Spinning around is number 32, Howdin. He gets up to about the 35-yard line. We have under a minute left before the half.
Yeah, it's just a straight lookout, and he just puts it out there praying that nobody gets hurt.
Back to those 2 Ps again, huh?
Well, you know what? It takes a lot of guts to go out there and catch a ball when you're down 35-0 with 45 seconds left in the halftime. You know you're not going to go anywhere with it, and you know there's going to be a lot of people hitting you, and yet you still do your job.
2nd and 4. Burns looking again. This time it is almost intercepted. Intended for number 80, Tuanu. So it'll be 3rd and 4, and that stops the clock with 28 seconds left. Number 20, Vic Ortega, was the man defending back there for the Matadors. So Burns brings his team out. Backs are split once again. Good rush put on that time. Pass is once again intended for Tuanu, and it is incomplete.
Does Chris Nichols get off the ball quick for La Mirada? He was there on the right-hand side. When the ball was snapped, it was like he was on a string with it. I mean, he just came right in there.
It will be 4th down. 4th and 4. La Mirada will get the ball back one more time. Number 21, Steve Lazardi, the senior, 5'7", 150 pounds, will be back to take the punt. 35-0. La Mirada over Santiago. Heavy rush put on, gets the ball away. High spiraling kick. Lizardi takes it at the 35. Bumps into one of his own men and is brought down there immediately by number 23, Rudy Maduena. So La Mirada will get the ball back one last time. 14 seconds left.
Get scores on this play. I think we ought to just, put on some cartoons for the second half and go on home.
Hey.
Sponsors wouldn't be thrilled with that, but...
See if they get the play off right now. About 3 seconds left.
Draw.
Draw play comes out of bounds, and that'll end the first half. La Mirada ahead 35-0 here at La Mirada Stadium over the Cavaliers of Santiago High School. And Jimmy, I tell you, if you're the coach De Palma of Santiago, you got a lot of talking to do in there, and you got to really keep the guys up.
What you have to tell them is, look, guys, this is the top team in the state. This is the best we're going to play all year. You've done well. You've given up 35 points, but 2 of those touchdowns, there were reasons for, and it had nothing to do with how well you played.
Well, that's what we think they'll tell them in the Santiago locker room. Let's find out what the coach of La Mirada will tell his players. He's down with Barbie. Barbie?
Thank you, Bob. I'm with Coach Mushigan. And, Coach, you've got 14 returning starters, and it shows down here. What a balanced team you have.
Well, we feel pretty good about this group of young men. We were happy, but we felt there were still things we hadn't put together, and I think so far this half things are starting to fall in place, so we feel good.
With a 35-point lead, what do you say to the guys that have to keep their intensity up?
Well, don't relax and get careless. We've still got another half to play, and teams have been known to score 35 points in a half.
Can we expect to see some of your second and third stringers seeing a little more action this half?
I sure hope so.
All right, Coach. Thanks for taking time with us, and best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Bob, back to you.
Thank you very much, Barbie. We'll see a lot of those second stringers the second half. La Mirada ahead 35-0. Stay with us. We'll be back for the start of the second half right after this.
Cal Worthington and his dog Spot.
If you need a car, truck, go see Cal.
If you want to save a buck, go see Cal.
If you want a brand new Dodge in your driveway or garage, go see Cal, go see Cal, go see Cal.
8.7% financing. That's right, 8.7% financing through Chrysler on some models here at Worthington Dodge. We're closing them out. We're closing out all the new 84 Dodge cars and trucks. Make you a deal so darn good you can't turn it down on them. Some of these models get you 8.7% financing. Or I'll lease you this car here, this beautiful Daytona. Lease it to you, no money down, $176 a month. I'll lease you this Dodge Colt, no money down, $110 a month. Lease you this new convertible, no money down, $224 a month. Lease you this Conquest, this sports car by Mitsubishi, no money down, $238 a month. Or I'll lease you this half-ton pickup, brand new half-ton, no money down, $163 a month. Come on out to Worthington Dodge and find out about it. We're open every day. We're open to midnight every night. We're on Beach Boulevard in Huntington Beach. It's Worthington Dodge. I'll see you here.
Win a vacation to Hawaii, a trip to Las Vegas, or a color TV set, all by just writing your name. Be on the lookout for the new Fabulous 56 poster in store windows everywhere. Would you like a vacation in sunny Hawaii? World Airways will fly you to Hawaii for 6 days and 5 nights at the new Turtle Bay Hilton and Country Club on the North Shore of Oahu. The new Turtle Bay Hilton offers golf, tennis, and an ocean full of water sports. It's a wide, wonderful world with World Airways Ultra Service, going beyond the usual limits by serving people best. You may win 3 days and 2 nights at the fun-filled Union Plaza Hotel, the only complete resort in uptown Las Vegas. That's not all. Win a Magnavox Star TV monitor featuring a powerful stereo hi-fi sound system capable of receiving your favorite programs in stereo. Be a winner with the Fabulous 56 contest. Find a merchant in your area displaying a Fabulous 56 poster and register today. You may be on your way to Hawaii, Las Vegas, or watching stereo TV. No purchase necessary. For registration information, send a self-addressed stamped envelope to Fabulous 56, Post Office Box TV 56, Anaheim, California, 92803.
Hi, I'm Wally George. If you're keeping a television diary, remember you're watching KDOC TV, Channel 56. That's my station. Write it down right now.
Welcome back to La Mirada Stadium. Bob Elder, Jim Ruffalo, and Barbie Mitchell. 35-0 in favor of La Mirada over Santiago. And Jimmy, La Mirada got the big lead. We're going to probably see a lot of players right now, but Santiago has got to be able to stay in the ball game for a lot of reasons.
Well, one of them is that it still has to play the rest of the season, has a whole league season in front of it. What it has to do is just go in here and use this as a scrimmage. It's not going to win tonight. Just sharpen up some things that you think you can do during the year, because you're playing the best team you're going to play all year, including the playoffs. Garden Grove will not see a team this good. And, you know, Los Amigos and La Quinta people can send me the mail, but I think La Mirada is a little bit better.
Tatley kicks the ball off all the way back to about the 1-yard line. Ball up across there to 15, 17-yard line. So Santiago gets the ball. 35-0. They are behind. We remind you we're from La Mirada Stadium. Next week, we will be at St. John Bosco. Beautiful campus right there. Nice facility. We'll be bringing you the game with Mission Viejo.
Is the Natadors? Is that what they have next week?
That's the swim team.
Oh, okay.
You were close.
Have the Diablos.
They'll go right to the air. The pass is incomplete, intended for Tuwanu. So they have to come out running, Jimmy, or excuse me, passing.
He might as well have caught that if he's going to get hit that hard. He might as well grab the thing.
Audie Tatley and number 17, Mike Ashker, were the ones defending on the
Here's the replay,
play.
Bobby. Just, you know, it's there. He should have had it, but if he'd caught them all, he'd be in the pros, right?
Something like that. It will be 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 from approximately the 18, 19-yard line. Baxter split, Burns looking. Ball is
nice
stuck
stick.
right there. Audie Tatley immediately came in and leveled number 32, Howdin. Howdin never knew what hit him.
Yeah, it was Howdin and gone when. I mean, he was history. Here's the replay. You can see he gets stuck good. Just bang right there. The thing I liked was after the play was over, Mike Ashker did a replay on the field for us and then graded it.
He was 145 pounds, and he probably lost a little bit right there. 3rd down and 10. Burns back, the quick pass completed about the 20-yard line, spun back there by number 14, Dave Silva.
There's a flag on, or up, in the air, wherever it is. Little face mask against La Mirada.
As expected, we think we'll see a lot of La Mirada's 2nd and 3rd stringers. And if there's a good side to a runaway like this for a team, it's La Mirada. They get a chance, a lot of the kids that don't play a lot, especially with a team like this, one that is, you see a lot of them running and going continually because you try to...
Face mask. Defense. First down. Wait. Stand up.
Tell them, Buck. What you try and do, the point I was trying to make is you want to keep the machine rolling. You want to give the kids, even though it could be a runaway at the beginning of the game like that, you want to give them a lot of chance to play because this is the team that's going to take you hopefully to a championship.
Well, La Mirada's got Los Altos next week, so it better be ready.
Pass is incomplete by Burns. It'll be 2nd and 10. If you're looking for an entertaining exercise workout to get you in shape, watch Bodies in Motion every Monday through Saturday mornings at 7:30. Bodies in Motion is taped on location in beautiful Hawaii, and it gets you into shape in a unique way. It concentrates on those troubled spots. We each have troubled spots.
Yeah, but 7:30 in the morning, my heart doesn't start beating till 10. Is it light out at 7:30?
I don't know. I've already been up for about 4 or 5 hours, and you know, we work hard. 11:17 left here in the 3rd quarter. La Mirada had 35-0. Pass is complete to Jay Kuntz, and he is spun immediately backwards.
La Mirada obviously used the halftime, the lengthy halftime, to adjust to that outside game, that short pass. What they've done, they're still in the Okie, but they're spreading the linebackers out. They have the corners playing up a lot closer. There is no cushion anymore. And once the Santiago guy does catch the pass, he's in deep trouble.
Audie Tatley, number 46, the man right there on the play. Burns has his back split. Number 21, Jay Kuntz, in motion. Burns looking, he goes down this time. Boy, he saw about 2 or 3 guys coming right at him. Led there quickly by number 28, and that was, go ahead.
You want me to do this one? It's Tony Mangiamelli.
Mangiamelli. I want to remind our viewers, too, as you get a chance to see the replay right there, most of our broadcasts are to be about 2 hours, and with the game being a possible runaway, we may take breaks and be away from some of the action because Santiago's passing quite a bit. It's going to take, and with incomplete passes, it's going to drag the game out a little bit longer than our scheduled time because we've got the news coming up at 11 o'clock with Steve Grace. Lizardi takes the ball at about the 45-yard line, cuts across down to about the 34-yard line. So La Mirada will get the ball back. Jimmy, it's going to be interesting to see. Once again, they'll have that first team. I imagine they'll be in 1 or 2 series just to let them get a feel of the ball game.
Well, you want to keep them sharp. Again, you have Los Altos next week. League opens pretty soon. La Mirada is definitely the class of the league. But the playoffs, you've got Valencia, Sunny Hills, Fullerton is improving.
We'll take a break. We'll be back. Stay with us.
Some people enjoy the city life and the pressures of day-to-day survival. On the other hand, some people don't. That's why there's La Cresta Highlands in nearby Rancho, California. A short drive from the city life, but miles away from the things you want to leave behind. Enjoy our clean air and beautiful scenery, a country atmosphere with natural beauty and resources. La Cresta Highlands in Rancho, California. Affordable ranch sites for the selective home builder. Call Rancho Consultants today, 676-5736, and discover the difference.
Southern California, hamburger capital of the world. Home of the double-double burger from In-N-Out. When Southlanders want quality they can taste, they drop in at In-N-Out Burger.
Hi, I'd like a double-double to go.
Cook to order, 2 all-beef patties with cheese. Fresh ingredients at every step. Another double-double is on its way.
In-N-Out, that's what a hamburger is all about.
Welcome back to La Mirada Stadium. Bob Elder, Jim Ruffalo, and Barbie Mitchell. Hope you're enjoying the action. If you like scoring on La Mirada's standpoint, you've got it. It's 35-0 in favor of La Mirada. Once again, a reminder, next week, Mission Viejo, the Diablos, against St. John Bosco. Should be a good one. Hope you'll join us 9 to 11 on KDOC. Give is to Brooks. Brooks across, breaks 1 tackle down to about the 29-yard line.
La Mirada loves getting outside on that. The tackle blocks down, seals off the line, and it's freewheeling out there. You know, La Mirada #1 in the CIF this week, and I would have to think they're underrated.
A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd and 3. To the top of your screen goes number 5, Craig Wilson, out of the I formation. Stuart Betty gives up the middle to number 32. That's Kelly Brooks, the 5'10 junior. Now let's go down to Barbie Mitchell, who's got another guest on the field. Barbie?
Thank you, Bob. I have the father now of the cornerback, Mike Asker. This is Jim Asker. And as we talked about before, La Mirada is very successful. And part of the reason is that these guys have played together for years. Tell us a little bit about the team Mike played on in Pop Warner days.
Well, that was called the Monarchs. And they didn't lose a game in 5 years. So they've been playing together. Danny Gleason, Paul Inigus, Jack, Francis, Mike, Kelly Brooks, Kurt Springer. They all played together. And when they were freshmen in La Mirada, they played together. So, and even as freshmen and juniors, they never lost a game. So they click. They play together, and they do a lot of.
A lot of winning they do.
Right, a lot of winning, right.
All right, they do click indeed. Bob, take it away.
Well, I tell you, they click. They have been clicking for some time. Yeah, a lot of times, Jimmy, you see communities where the players stay together. They grow up through the Pop Warner, and we also see that in Little League. A lot of the kids play, and that's what you need to do. Timing. Once again, we bring back to why Santiago is not taking off as well as they could possibly.
Well, that's the same thing with Valencia last week. Most of those kids came out of a program that won the Orange County Championship. And they've been together for 10, 15 years.
Okay. So we have 1st and 10, 35-0. 8:19 left in the third quarter. Waiting for the clock to come down there. There we go. To the near side, Vic Ortega. There you get a chance to see Stuart Betty. Gives to Briones. He's tackled immediately there by big number 86, Ed Perez. 5'10", 175 pounds. He's a senior.
Talking about playing together, La Mirada roster has 43 players on it. 22 of them played in the King Conference, La Mirada Youth Football, which means they've been together since they were 8 and 9 years old.
We've mentioned several times that Central Conference. La Mirada this week is number 1. Valencia, the Orange League, number 2. Sunny Hills, 3. Saddleback is 4th.
CIF ratings, Central Conference.
Central Conference ratings, right. Western, followed by Newport Harbor, La Quinta, Sonora, La Habra, and Fullerton. 2nd and 9. They give us once again to Briones. Looks like they're going to work on that running game a little bit, Jimmy.
They're going to work on anything that they want, it looks like.
Brought down by number 54, that's Rodney Tia.
Here's the conference ratings right here, Bob.
There you get to see him there, brought up.
We saw Valencia last week. Sunny Hills has a bye this week because it played in Hawaii to open with. Saddleback, I think, is the most impressive team in Orange County right now. Really playing ball. Western won again last night, still undefeated. Newport Harbor, Sonora, La Habra, Fullerton improving every week.
3rd and 8. Back split this time, looking to pass.
And a flag is down.
It looks like they had a little bit of interference down one side, and back in the other could have been holding. It was in the backfield.
Looked like some holding in the backfield there. The guy was trying to get away, and all of a sudden a big blue paw came out of nowhere.
Want to remind you once again, next week, as I said, it's Mission Viejos. You get to see it again in St. John Bosco. And Jimmy, in 2 weeks, we're trying to get that big game with Saddleback and Newport Harbor, and hopefully we'll be able to announce that next week.
I think that game will decide the Seaview League, which is pretty early to decide a league.
That one will be at the Santa Ana Bowl, and we hope to bring it to you. And we have a number of games scheduled for the remainder of the year, but remember, we waited for about a week or two before those games because some teams might be surprises. We want to try and bring you a chance to see the best teams in Southern California. And tonight you are seeing a machine.
This is scary. There's some JCs that might have trouble with La Mirada.
Holding. Offense. 3rd down.
You know, once again, we want to apologize if it seems like it gets one-sided and we start saying things. No offense meant against Santiago. They're a good football team. They're going to get better. They're just overmatched right now because there'll be a tendency to say something like, that's the best offensive attack they've had so far, going that way.
It is one side. It's 35-0, and it's 6:54 in the second. You better talk about La Mirada. Another flag down.
Flag down. That time, Briones went in motion too quickly. It's going to be called back.
That's too bad because it's a touchdown, but they'll trot this one back.
Briones broke. We'll see it hopefully on a replay. Briones went in motion and went towards the line of scrimmage too early, and the referee threw the flag immediately. So it should be brought back. So, you know, in a game like this, we can start becoming referees. Hopefully you get to see it, Jimmy. Watch right there in the top corner.
It takes off a little soon.
Nullifies another touchdown by La Mirada.
Perfect pass. Look at him change hands there. See that? Protect the ball, move it to the other side.
Good move put on there on Gabe Garcia, and boy, I tell you, this is an awesome team.
Talley's an impressive player no matter where you put him. Defense, offense, kicking.
Another one of those everything players we seem to have one every week.
Well, he helped us set up the cameras before the game.
Motion. Offense. 3rd down.
My only complaint is I ordered Cokes and he brought up oranges.
Yeah.
He can't do everything
Kid's not
correctly.
perfect.
Nope. 6:44 left in the 3rd quarter. 35-0. KDOC High School Game of the Week. To the near side is Wilson. See him at the bottom of your screen. Stuart Betty. Looking downfield. Now he unleashes it. It is complete to Wilson. Jimmy, they gave him enough time that time, and Wilson had a little bit more time than he needed. He freed himself and gets the completion.
Yeah, but we have another flag down. And I don't think it's Santiago surrendering. I think it's a penalty.
Want to remind you, everything is not what it seems, and Alfred Hitchcock proves that every weeknight at 9 p.m. on Channel 56, except, of course, Friday nights when we bring you the high school game of the week. The Master of Macabre has his own style to show that everything deserves a second look. That's Alfred Hitchcock weeknights at 9 o'clock on KDOC, except on Friday nights.
He wouldn't like this game. No suspense. This is a game Vincent Price would like.
There's some happy cheerleaders down there. Yes, they are number 1. 6:33 left here in the 3rd quarter. Want to remind you once again, if we're cut away a few times, is because we do have a time constraint that we have to be under in order to get the 11 o'clock news with Steve Grace. And we'll remind you, in that 11 o'clock news every Friday night, we have the high school scoreboard for you. You can sit back and watch as we bring you all the scores in Southern California. And that's with our buddy Steve Grace at 11 o'clock every Friday night. And, of course, Steve does the news Monday through Friday. You can catch him at 11 o'clock at night, and the noon report with Michelle Merker, and also Debbie Hickman does a great job, too.
3rd down.
La Mirada keeps scoring. Steve won't get on the air till after midnight tonight. Steve's locked in a room right now writing his ad-libs, but he'll be ready. He'll be ready with the news.
3rd and 20. Ball intended for Lizardi. It is.
Oh, nice.
Knocked
break
away.
Up there.
Good play that time by David Petritis. Petritis came up there from that safety position.
Play like a center fielder, and that's what you want a safety to do. That's his job.
So it's 4th down. They have held 4th and 20. Let's get a chance to see it again, Jimmy.
He gets forced out. The quarterback gets forced out of the pocket. There's a good rush on the right-hand side, so he has to move out, push it up in the air a little bit more arc than I think he wanted, and there's the big paw comes out of Petrulis.
Looks like they will go for a field goal. Tatley out of the hold of Wilson.
Yeah, you want to protect that 35-point margin. Of course, you might need a field goal later on in the season. Good practice for him.
Kick is up. Looks like it is long enough, but no good. So with 6:11 left here in the 3rd quarter, La Mirada ahead 35-0 over Santiago. We've got to take a break. Stay with us. We'll be back.
You know, Zachary All, after 28 years in business, people know that we stand for quality, price, and selection. Now, if you want to get the best prices for quality clothing, you've got to come down to Zachary All. Do we have selections? Regular shorts and longs, portly shorts, portly regulars, portly longs, extra longs, cadets, you name it. We've got them at Zachary All. At prices you can't beat, quality the best. Come down and see us.
Cadillac presents the spirit, a spirit you can feel. Feel it in the professionalism that's been a hallmark for over 45 years at McLean. Enjoy the extra effort afforded customer satisfaction. The new Spirit is the Cadillac of tomorrow, and McLean is the place to purchase or lease that spirit. McLean Cadillac, 2nd and Main in downtown Santa Ana.
With 5:55 left in the 3rd quarter, we come back to live action. Bob Elder and Jim Ruffalo. La Mirada has the ball now at the 25, 26-yard line. Ball is complete, and it's going to be a touchdown to Tatley. One play, and they score.
I'll tell you, Bob, I was in Vietnam. I never saw anything this brutal.
So now it is 41-0. We'll get a chance to see the replay here on the first play that they get the ball after they intercepted.
Well, they see something's open in the middle. They've attacked it several times. It's just a quick pass down the middle, just a quick post, and he's gone to the races.
41-0 in favor of La Mirada over Santiago.
This is the welcome to Aldi Tatley night.
I will no longer say I hope you're enjoying the action, especially if you're a Santiago fan, because we understand it's getting a little bit one-sided. Tatley for the try for the extra point, and it is good. So with 5:41 left in the 3rd quarter, La Mirada has moved down to a 42-0 lead over Santiago. We got to go to a commercial break. When we come back, we'll have more action for you here in the 3rd quarter. Stay with us.
Rogers Gardens, America's most beautiful and complete garden center. We invite you to explore this spectacular wonderland of ideas, inspiration, and living things, featuring a florist, gift shop, landscape department, patio furniture, and experts to teach you the art of creating your own hanging baskets and more. Visit us today, Rogers Gardens, an inexpressibly beautiful place, corner of MacArthur and San Joaquin Hills Road, Newport Beach.
Visit McMahon Desk of Anaheim. Their new 25,000 square foot showroom invites your comparison. McMahon Desk has Orange County's finest selection of quality office furniture, complete paneling systems, computer furniture, and even a decorator showroom. McMahon Desk is conveniently located alongside the Santa Ana Freeway on Anaheim Boulevard between State College and Catella. McMahon Desk invites your comparison. Visit McMahon Desk's new showroom for quality office furniture at prices you can afford.
Welcome back to La Mirada Stadium. 42-0, 5:41 left here in the 3rd quarter. Gabe Garcia and David Machaca back deep for the Cavaliers of Santiago. And Audie Tatley, as usual, got the ball teed up. High end-over-end kick taken just about at the goal line. Menchaca takes up, goes down towards the sideline. Tries to get out there, but is tackled at about the 20-yard line. So, Jimmy, we'll stay with it right now. Santiago with the ball.
You have to feel for Santiago right now. We're not putting him down, but when it's 42 zip, that ain't exactly anything to write home about and tell Mother, gee, what a great game I played.
So once again, Rick Burns, the junior. And, sometimes, Jimmy, we can say that it does help a little bit in that makes you aware of what can happen. In motion, number 20, Gabe Garcia. Burns going for all the marbles once again, and it is intercepted.
That's Mike Ashker. No, yes it is. Mike Ashker played it perfectly. And here, Santiago has to put the ball in the air. Has to put the ball in the air long when you're down 42-0, and the third quarter's coming to a close. You're not going to be able to grind it out and get back in the game. So he's stepping back and seeing how far he can throw it, and it's not quite far enough. Right into double coverage. When you're ahead 42-0, you can put 22 guys back there. There's no problem. Let them gain all the yards they want in front of you.
So it's going to be interesting to see. It looks like their cheerleaders are getting ready to ring that bell.
They might get into the game.
Still, the thing that amazes me right now, the first team is in there. It looks like quarterback-wise, they have changed. In the ball game, number 18, that's Brian Webb.
Briones off and running again.
Webb to Briones. The change has been there at quarterback.
That's good. In a way, that's good. You let a second-team quarterback play with the first team. That's smart. Because if your top guy goes down, at least this guy's worked with your first unit already. That's pretty smart play.
Brian Webb is a junior.
This could be, and the rumor said that this is Ray Mushigan's last year at La Mirada, that he's about ready to call it quits, and he's been coaching since Newt Rockney wore short pants.
The give us to Brooks. I didn't know Newt Rockney wore short pants.
Yeah, he did when he was little kid.
A little tyke.
Little Newt, they call him now.
52, and that's Charlie Hobbs.
If they were in Arkansas, they would have called him Little Rockney.
I know this is going to be a longer game.
It's, if you think the play is brutal, folks, the commentary is worse.
True. Now the changes are being made slowly as you see Briones and Brooks coming out of the ball game.
And Inegas comes out, too. The everything tackle for La Mirada.
The give is to big number 44. And that is Chris Nichols.
Here, Bobby, here's the state rankings right here. La Mirada right there on top. Chula Vista, Diamond Bar, which is 3-0 going in tonight and outscoring its opponents 114-0. Baldwin Park, another Southern California team, 5th. Valencia, which we saw last week, 7th. Sunny Hills in that same conference as La Mirada and Valencia is number 9.
Webb's going to get a chance to throw his first pass, and it is complete to number 5. That's Wilson. Breaks one tackle and comes back and down to about the 30-yard line. Brought down by number 40, David Petrudis. Well, Jimmy, they have quite a core of receivers. You get a chance to see Wilson
This
again.
is basically the second team in there, and it still can move the ball very well. Although you notice they're running the exact same patterns. And actually, that was a little bit early hit there on Jay Kuntz's part. Could have been a flag, but when you're up 42-0 as the third quarter's ending, you're not going to get many calls your way. These referees would like to get home sometime tonight.
To the near side is number 80. That's Chris Velez. Out of the I formation, give is to number 30. Sean Gerber.
That was David Menchaca made a nice play there plugging up the hole, and he just reached up and grabbed him. He hasn't quit.
2 minutes left here in the third quarter. 2 minutes at La Mirada Stadium. It's 42-0 in favor of La Mirada in the KDOC High School Game of the Week.
And that's W-E-E-K.
You may not be allowed at Santiago anymore.
No, I'm not putting that out.
I know. We're just trying to have fun, trying to make it interesting for you as we have a little bit of a runaway. Speaking of runaways.
Nice draw. Little delay.
Draw to Sean Gerber. Gerber takes it down to about the 13-yard line. See it again.
On this play, Scott Hager makes a nice block to open it up there. He just pushes his man down, comes across, seals it off. It's nice timing play. That's what does it.
So the ball is marked 1st and 10. Call it about the 13-yard line. There you get to see some happy cheerleaders. Give this time is to the second man through.
Ball's on the ground. Let's see what they call it. It's still La Mirada. Said that the ground caused the fumble.
Once in a while, the ground will jump up and take the ball away.
That ground is one of the hardest hitters out there.
Into the ball game comes number 20, Vic Ortega. He brings in the call to Brian Webb, 5'10", 150 pounds. He's only a junior. It looks like he'll be heir apparent to the throne held by Stuart Betty. Mix up in the backfield right there. Gerber brought down. 82 was sitting right there waiting for him. That's Tim Hank along with number 54, Rodney Tia. $20 seconds left here in the third quarter.
You know, if La Mirada scores again, we're going to have to take our generator truck and hook it up to the scoreboard. We're running out of power.
Give once again to Gerber. Brought down at about the 10-yard line. So little or no gain there. It will be 3rd and 8, and that brings us to the end of the third quarter here at La Mirada Stadium with a score. The La Mirada Matadors 42, the Santiago Cavaliers nothing. We'll be back with the start of the fourth quarter right after this.
Are you ready to get on the hot seat with Wally George? Hang on for the wildest, most controversial talk show on television.
Listen, this is the hot show on Saturday night. Am I right?
Are you really, truly a conservative?
What I say on this program comes from here. Believe me, no showbiz. John Wayne said that women should be pregnant and bear.
He said, he implied that, yes, sir. What he did indeed say. Let me finish, please.
You say we're spending too much money in El Salvador. If we don't help out in El Salvador, all of Central America is going to fall. Next is Mexico, and then the United States. That's my answer. Sit down. Next question.
I'm sitting looking eyeball to eyeball with you. How slimy can I be?
Very. You folks at home on Saturday night at 11 o'clock, where else in the world are you going to be but here? This is where it's happening.
Hot seat, Saturday at 11 p.m. Watch it.
This is KDOC-TV, Channel 56, Anaheim.
Welcome back to La Mirada Stadium. Bob Elder with Jim Ruffalo and Barbie Mitchell and a tired crew is doing a terrific job down there in a game like this. Brian Lockwood, Don Englehart, and all the guys. We thank him for coming up here to La Mirada doing the ball game with us. 42-0 as we start the fourth quarter. Pitch back and a fumble.
Bad pitch. And Santiago, whether it recovered or not makes no difference. It was 4th down.
4th down, they get the ball right now. Bad pitch. You must have been talking about the Angels.
No, if I were talking about the Angels, it'd be plural. Bad pitches. There's last year's score. You see, La Mirada 11-1 last year. The only game it lost was in the CIF playoffs to La Habra, 17-13. And in that game, Kelly Brooks really injured an ankle bad, was out very early in the game, and that was the only game La Mirada lost. You see, it was 33-15 last year. But they'd like to have that one back.
That they would. 42-0. In motion is number 21, Jay Coons.
Nice opener there.
That's got to be one of the first running plays they've had in a long time.
Well, you're playing against a second-string defense, too, don't forget.
David Machanka was the man who took the ball up the middle there. One of these times now, Jimmy, you start winning. Here's your quiz for the night.
This could be a trick question, so be careful.
Okay.
Which city was the first location of the now L.A. Raiders franchise? You know the Raiders. Where was their first city?
Is it the United States?
Of course.
Oh, what do you mean, of course? We'll have to think about that. I know the answer, though.
Where were the Raiders? Yes.
Where were the Raiders? Oakland.
That's a good guess. Let's wait and see.
Here we get a chance to see that play. Counter up the middle there.
It's a good-sized hole. It wasn't bad at all. But again, this is the second-string defense, and we're not belittling. Well, yes, we are belittling Santiago. Yes, we are. Santiago, get your act together. Garden Grove League, I'm looking for you to do something there. There are no La Miradas in the Garden Grove League.
At a measurement that time, they are less than a foot short. So it's 42-0, second and, say, a half a yard in the fourth quarter here at La Mirada Stadium. Reminder, next week, Mission Viejo, the Diablos against St. John Bosco. Hope you'll be joining us then, 9 o'clock on KDOC. Pitches back to Menchaca. And a whole swarm of La Mirada people there to get him. I want to remind you once again of some of the special programs we have on KDOC, and you can't go broadcast without mentioning the man Wally George. Don't forget to catch Wally every Saturday night at 11 o'clock on Hot Seat. And if you want to catch him during the week, it's easy to do. Just tune in at 12:30 for the best of Hot Seat. You get to see some of his best programs there from 12:30 to 1. And then you get the unique experience of calling him and talking to Wally George at 1 o'clock every weekday, Monday through Friday on KDOC Channel 56. Wally George. Tomorrow, I understand, at 12 o'clock, noon, if my memory serves me right, he's going to be at Texas Lucy's in Fullerton. I was there last time he was there, and they mobbed the place.
Noon tomorrow, I'm going to be watching Cal State Fullerton play Utah State.
You would. The game doesn't start till 1.
The way they're playing, they can start anytime they want. They're 4-0, the Titans. Break up the Titans.
Well, we talked to Gene Murphy last week on one of our shows, and I'll tell you, they're exciting to watch. I can't wait for that final game against Vegas. Looks like it might be a showdown.
Did you see that Fullerton got a mention in the USA Today poll?
But they mention them.
Well, in the top 40, they're in there.
Well, we mentioned Tustin nowadays, too. Tustin playing tonight.
Tustin's 3-0.
Could be 4-0 by the time this broadcast is over.
Especially when they're playing Valley, they could. That's a team in trouble.
10:30 left right now. First and 10 for Santiago. Looking to pass, and it is intercepted one more time.
That's Reyes Zazueta.
It's easy for you to say.
No, it wasn't.
Spins. Looks like he's going to get in. Touchdown. What a play right there.
Let's somebody see if the governor has called yet.
Number 23, Ray Zazuta, 5'8", 150 pounds. He's only a junior, and that's got to be a thrill for him.
Here's the replay, Bobby. You see, he makes a good play to get to the ball. He's got to come over for it, turns around, spins, and then he fights his way to the end zone. Figures this might be his only chance to score this year.
Robert
reads his block well. See him shift to the outside and then back in. Nice play. And he stays on his feet and just works his way in the end zone. Nice play, Ray.
Moves like that, we have to switch him to a running back.
The whole team came down and mobbed him.
He must be one of the favorite players.
Yeah,
probably one of the only guys who hasn't scored this game. Kick is up, and it is good. So with 10:09 left here in the fourth quarter, it is now 49-0 in favor of La Mirada over Santiago. High school game of the week, 49-0. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Southern California, hamburger capital of the world. Home of the double-double burger from In-N-Out. When Southlanders want quality they can taste, they drop in at In-N-Out Burger.
Hi, I'd like a double-double to go.
Cooked to order, 2 all-beef patties with cheese. Fresh ingredients at every step. Another double-double is on its way.
In-N-Out, that's what a hamburger's all about.
When you think copiers for your business, think FKM Copier Products, one of the largest independent dealers in Southern California. FKM is your one-stop shopping center carrying complete lines of Toshiba, Ricoh, and Royal. And FKM offers you complete servicing with computerized efficiency and a full line of accessories and supplies. For a copier to rent, lease, or buy, visit FKM Showroom, 17222 Armstrong Avenue, Irvine, or call 714-660-8737 or toll free 800-321-5773.
We pick up action back here with 6:30 left. Santiago is down to about the 1-yard line. Pitches back to number 21.
And Santiago scores.
Jay Kuhn scores. We are going to show you in just a minute or two the replays of how they got down there.
Some excellent plays, too, Bob. Santiago has not quit, and that's what's important.
Once again, I want to remind you, because of the time, we've had to cut out part of the broadcast for you, but we will show you the highlights because we have a time constraint of 2 hours, and with all the incomplete passes and things, it's been a little difficult. Here you see the touchdown, Jimmy.
Again, it's a perfect pitch. He pitches wide, which is important, and Kuntz just fights his way through. You can see he should be down there, but he keeps the legs moving, pitches forward into the end zone, picks up a nice block from David Menchaca to get in the end zone, and this is an important score for Santiago because, first of all, only one other team has scored against La Mirada, but more importantly, they now know that they can play some football.
Petrutis with the extra point, and it is good out of the hold of Gabe Garcia. And you're right, Jimmy, there's a good opportunity for them to get some scoring. So you see it now, 6:20 left. They have now come back 49-7. So Santiago will now kick off. Number 9, the man that will do it, is the quarterback, Rick Burns. Could be an onside kick right here, Jimmy.
Well, whatever it is, you're going to see some crunching on this kickoff because Santiago is sky high.
Little do I know, ball back to the 5-yard line. Up across 15 to 20, right straight up the middle. Good movement right there. Number 32, Kelly Brooks, the man that took it all the way up there. So we have 6:09 left, 49-7. Santiago down to La Mirada. Number 18, once again, calling the plays is Brian Webb. Webb gives to the second man through. That's try and get the number on that. Number 28, Tony Magliamella. And now let's go down to Barbie Mitchell.
Thank you, Bob. I'm here with the team doctor of La Mirada who attended to Reynolds. It looked real serious. Was it as serious as it appeared at the time of the injury?
No, it wasn't. It appears to be a ligament strain in his left knee, and I think he's going to recover fine.
Did he go home? Did he go to the hospital? Does he need surgery?
We put him in a plaster splint, and we iced his knee down, and the pain decreased. And after examination, we felt he could go home and see his regular doctor tomorrow.
How long will he be out at this point?
I would expect at least 4 to 6 weeks. The majority of the season, I think he's going to miss.
Thank you very much. Dr. Randy Holmes, and we're glad to hear that that injury is not quite as severe as we once thought. Bob, back to you.
Okay, thank you very much, Barbie. 49-7. We have just 4 minutes and 50 seconds left here at La Mirada Stadium. Once again, a reminder, next week, Mission Viejo, the Diablos, a very good team, will be taking on St. John Bosco, and St. John Bosco rated this week number 4 in the Big Five. Hope you'll join us for all the action next week. And don't forget, right after the game, the In-N-Out Hamburger Player of the Week awards, offensively and defensively. So we have a break in the action right now. 4:25 left in the first, or the end of the ball game. La Mirada ahead 49-7. We'll be back.
Good evening, friends. Ralph Williams for Wilson Ford. Hope you're enjoying Channel 56 KDOC this evening. And here at Wilson Ford, just a few days left. We're going into the final weekend of the 84 model run. Official introduction date for the 1985s is October the 5th. Of course, we've been talking about 60 days, the last 60 days, so we want a complete sellout of every remaining 1984 Ford car or truck. We've also been advertising at 49 over Ford factory invoice. Now remember, invoice is the amount that Wilson Ford paid Ford Motor Company. Wilson Ford bought the vehicle from Ford. Now we're saying, in fairness to the other Ford dealers, as we go into the final weekend, we're not going to publicly announce how far below 49 over Ford factory invoice we'll sell a new 84 T-Bird, Tempo, Escort, LTD, Mustang, Bronco 2, Ranger, F-Series, or Van. We're glad to give you a notarized copy of that Ford factory invoice so you know exactly where you are. And yes, we're going to break through 49 over invoice. So you're going to have to pay Wilson Ford a visit to find out just exactly how low we'll go. Remember, we want a complete sellout of every remaining 84 car and truck. And here at Wilson Ford, trade-ins have been pouring in, and we find ourselves overstocked with late model trade-ins that have been pouring in on trade as we've been selling 1984 Ford cars and trucks. Remember, pay us a visit over this weekend and test drive the all-new 85 Ford car or truck. They're all serviced and ready to go, and we have hundreds and hundreds of them in inventory. But remember, Wilson Ford, Orange County's largest volume Ford car and truck dealership, has been advertising new Ford cars and trucks at 49 over Ford factory invoice. We're going to break through it this final weekend. We're not going to publicly announce, in fairness to the other Ford dealers. Wilson Ford, Orange County's largest volume Ford car and truck dealership, where volume selling is truly our business. We're open every day, including Sunday till midnight, where we're minutes from anywhere in Southern California. We're located Beach Boulevard, Huntington Beach.
Welcome back to La Mirada Stadium, 49-7. We broke away. There's just a minute left in the ball game. Keeper up the middle by Brian Webb. Once again, we apologize for having to break away and edit our game right here as we go, but we do have a time limit constraint, and as the game was a runaway and there was a lot of things. Jimmy, before we get away, let's give the answer to the quiz.
Okay, the LA Raiders, which city was their original city, the original city of franchise? And it is not Oakland, as everybody thinks, but it was, and here's the answer.
San Francisco. San Quentin.
Actually, I lied to you on the clue. You asked me if it was in the United States. It wasn't. It was Minneapolis, St. Paul.
Minneapolis, St. Paul.
That was the original.
12 seconds left.
As this game mercifully ends.
So, with just 5 seconds, you'll hear the clock go down. La Mirada wins the ball game 49-7 over Santiago. We invite you to stay with us because in just a minute, we're going to come back and give you the offensive and defensive players of the game, and you can bet it's going to be from La Mirada. Stay with us. We'll be back.
Hi, friends. Ralph Williams for Wilson Ford. How are you today? Saturday, we'll be here all weekend long, the final weekend of the 84 model run. 85s go on sale October the 5th officially. We got hundreds of them, but I don't want to talk about them. I want to sell out our remaining 84 Ford cars and trucks. Now, every Ford car and every truck, regardless of model, we've been advertising at $49 over Ford factory invoice. Invoice is the amount that Wilson Ford paid Ford Motor Company at the time Wilson Ford bought the vehicle from Ford. We're not going to publicly announce, in fairness to other Ford dealers, how far below 49 over Ford factory invoice we're going to sell a car. But if you want to buy a new 84 car or truck, this is the weekend you've waited for. Pay us a visit at Wilson Ford. Overstocked with used cars, 80 Datsun B210, $2,484. 81 Ford Granada, looks just like new, $3,184. 1981 Datsun 200SX, $4,384. Call me now, 714-842-6611. Save a lot of money. That's Wilson Ford, Beach Boulevard, Huntington Beach, open till midnight.
Welcome back to La Mirada Stadium. La Mirada wins tonight 49-7. Now for the In-N-Out Hamburger Player of the Weeks, here's Jim Ruffalo.
Thank you, Bobby. It's no surprise that both players of the game that are from La Mirada after the one-sided win over Santiago. Here on my left is the offensive player of the game, although he's a defensive specialist, Aldi Tatley, who had 2 receptions for 99 yards, 2 TDs, kicked 7 extra points, and I think he helped sell programs before the game. Aldi, did you expect it to be this one-sided?
Of course.
But you guys are undefeated. You only lost 1 game last year. How far do you think you can go this year?
All the way.
Well, I hope you're right. And here on my right, we have the defense player game, Dan Gleason, who plugged up a lot, was instrumental in stopping a lot of Santiago attack. Were you surprised at the outcome?
Not really, sir. I think our team was ready, prepared for this game, and we had all our hopes on winning CIF championship because we're going #1 all the way.
How about Los Altos next week? Could that be a little tougher game?
We seen them last night play, and I think we have a way better team than Los Altos. I think we're ready for Los Altos right now.
Yeah, I hope you're right. And with me over here, we have Craig Dusenberry. He's with In-N-Out, and he's got some gift certificates for you guys. He'll have some plaques for you later. These are the players of the game. And here you are, Craig.
I'd just like to say it's a pleasure to be here tonight to honor you two guys, and I thought you played an excellent game. And in addition to your 2 plaques, we have some gift certificates we'd like to give you, so go enjoy a double-double after the game, guys. Congratulations, okay? Thank you.
Thank you, Craig. And those certificates are for the Booster Club, not for the players. So thanks a lot, Bobby. Back to you.
Okay, thank you very much, Jimmy. A happy La Mirada Matadors. We'd like to thank everyone tonight for watching. Don't forget, we've got Mission Viejo next week in St. John Bosco. Thank you to Brian Lockwood and all the crew. Join us next week. Good night, everyone.
Hi, friends. Ralph Williams for Wilson Ford. Pay us a visit today, Saturday. We're open.